Hey guys and gals, it's me George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, and I'm going to install this new pump on my freebie pressure washer. And it's not identical to the one that's on here. You notice the one that's on here has long extensions sticking out of the pump, and this one here does not. It has much shorter extensions. Which is not a problem. All I have to do to extend this out is put one of those flexible hose adapters on here, and I will be doing that. This one here, I won't have to mess with that one because once I have my hose hooked on, it'll just stay screwed on there anyway. So yeah, and otherwise it has a couple of different fittings on here. One of them I know is there's one back there that goes to pick up the washer fluid out of the washer tank, which I have no idea if that works or not. Not sure what the other one is for. Here's another fitting here, and I don't know how that works. There's, like I said, there's two of them. I would think, I don't know. This one is on the pressure side. That one is on just the water going in. So I don't know. I guess I'll have to do a little experimentation. But I think we can make it work anyway. And I'll tell you the reason I didn't get the exact replacement, because this exact replacement was 190 bucks. And the one that I did buy is only about 50 bucks. And from what I could tell from my research, there wasn't a whole lot of difference other than the length of these extensions. Both of them are made to fit on various different Troybuilts. So yeah, and all there is 3 bolts. There's one up there. I've already taken the one out there, and then there's one more back there, and they're the same bolt that also holds the motor in place. So I'll just have to be careful when I drop this off to make sure the motor don't fall off the stand, which I don't think should be a problem. So I'm going to get to it and I'll bring you back. 3 bolts are out, and it dropped right down, and the bolts came out very easily. And just sneak this out of here. Now the only question is, are both of the shafts the same size? And it sure looks like they are to me. So it should bolt right up in place, I hope. And it looks like the spacing between the bottom of the motor and the pump should be very close to the same. So let's see what we get. Well, I found one thing right off the bat, that the way the pumps are clocked is different. Notice the way this one is, pointing towards me, and the spacing on the bolts, where it bolts onto the motor. And look at this one. It's reversed. Now I'm hoping and I'm thinking that I can just unbolt the pump from the bottom here and rotate it. So let's see what happens. Well, I have the top part of the pump off of here, and it only goes on one way, and I can't just turn it and clock it like this like I want to. The holes are in a 3. So, and with these 3 plungers here, I'm even wondering if I can clock it by lifting this up. I've never had one of these apart before. This is brand new, never been used. And you can see that it was tested because it has water inside of it. We'll see what happens here. I stripped out my homemade Allen socket, so I have to use a regular Allen wrench like this to pull the bolts. And these obviously have some kind of sealant on the threads, and I see that that thing is already got pressure on it and pushing up. And I hope I'm not getting into more of a can of worms than I want. Find out in a second. You're learning right along with me. Will I destroy this brand new pump? A lot of pressure on that thing. Must be a huge spring in there. Yep, looks like it must be. Looks like spring. So I'm going to put the top bolts in here. They're much longer. So this thing doesn't just go flying off and I take it apart. I always wonder what I'm afraid to get into. It's also got some kind of seal around the threads. Like, something like that. Yeah. Something tells me it's not just a simple clock job. And what I may end up having to do is just have it turned around facing backwards if I'm going to use this. Each one of these plungers has a rubber seal on it. Yeah. You notice there's a passageway between these two here. But these are not unique down inside there. So I'm thinking if I put these back in here the way they were, that I can do just exactly what I want, because all these do is rotate on a big disc down in there. They're individual, but they're the ends of them just push down on a disc. Let me get this. There's one. Okay, now I got grubbies all over my hands. Let me bring it in here. I know I'm bouncing you around. Now, you can see this disc that these ride on. So I can just rotate it because they're all riding on that one disc. So, I'm going to put this back in here like this. And the question I have to answer myself now will this bolt down properly? I believe this has to go this way, so I need to keep rotating till I have it pointing like that. The wide spot on the pump is where that was facing, the original one. I'm going to find my holes here. This can only go on this one way. That's the way that goes. And I want this to swing around and be facing out in this direction. And that doesn't line up that way. This is the way I want to be. Just like that. That's pretty close right there. And I do believe that will bolt down there, and this will bolt back down on top of it. So pull that back off. Let me put this one in here just to get it lined up. So I'm here to get lined up. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I don't care if this line's exactly perfect, as long as it comes up pretty close to the front. You want to torque down? Click. 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 Now, we'll take our pump. I'll leave it along like this. Of course, it's once you want to move that out of the west, it's not too far down. And I'll put it over the bench. So you'll be where I'm at, so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, there it is. I'll go on the bench now. Click. I learned this trick, and I was going to blame it on Jeff Bradshaw, this old truck. He does it quite often, but I won't blame it on him. I've been doing it for a lot of years. Seems like guys that were mechanics in the old days took those kind of chances. Alright, so let's tip these up. Let me swing you around here and put them side by side now and see if we accomplished our goal. Now let me see. See, they both have that wide spot there, and let me get you in the right place. And yeah, come on now. Up and down and backwards when you're trying to do this. And they're both pointing in the same direction. So we're in good shape. We'll put our new one on and bolt it down, and see what's going to happen next. And there we have it. It's all pointing forward, and yeah, it's back under there. But like I said, I can put a hose extender on here, get my garden hose fitting out here, and that'll take care of that. And my other hose, once I hook it on there, it will be staying on there. It won't be coming off anytime soon. So hang on to your hats. The next thing to do is get her all hooked up and try it out. Okay, here we go. The proof is in the pudding. I'm going to turn the water on, and then we'll start it and see what happens. It helps if I turn it on, probably. Well, there you have it. It's working, and I don't see any leaks coming out anywhere. The shutoff valve on the bottom of the soap tank is broken. So I've got to do something to fix that. And then maybe I can get soap mixed in with my water, which would be very nice. You know what I mean? Be nice for washing cars. But we'll call that a success. Clocking that was all it needed to get it to work right. And it certainly had lots and lots of pressure. So there you have it. My freebie Troybuilt. And the pump that I put on is a 2700 PSI pump. And yeah, we got about $55 invested. I call that a pretty good deal. What do you think? Yes, sirree, Bob. I'm happy as a pig in a mud puddle. So until next time, this is George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, and well, yeah, I'm working where else? In the shade. It's a beautiful day here in Minnesota, and it's getting towards the end of the day. It's 5:30. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful day. Thanks for watching, for commenting, and subscribing. Till next time, bye now.